sell dirt for a living. That's what I tell everybody. Hammond Farms landscape supply yard. We're manufacturing and moving product and landscape supplies for your yard. We operate a fleet of 20 to 30 trucks, and we deliver 8 to 11 hours a day depending on the day of the week. Hammond Farms staple is our walnut brown mulch and our other color-enriched products that we make. That product comes in as a raw pine. We then process it, cures for 24 to 48 hours at least before it goes out for sale. My grandfather was a farmer, actually in East Lansing. My father grew up on that farm, worked on that farm his whole life. So the property we're standing on in South Lansing here was purchased from my great-grandfather by my father. It's just continued to morph one thing after another and turned into a landscape supply yard. My father had heard of a gentleman selling dirt and it was profitable. So he said, boy, I got a lot of dirt, maybe I'll do that. My upcoming in the company is started from childhood, essentially, riding my bike around here, helping out where I could, and just kind of moved up through the ranks. You know, we hope every day is going to run smooth. We're not going to have any equipment breakdowns. There's not going to be any issues with product or customers. However, every day is new. When the economy took a downturn quite a few years back, that was always a big concern for ours. How are we going to figure out how to make it through this? And it was create new product and figure out how to be more efficient. We've brought in specialized equipment, does multiple things. That's where the Comptech equipment comes into play. We have their Star Screener that works in both our mulch and our compost. Large volumes per hour. We used to be able to do about 120 yards an hour, and now we're up to 300 yards an hour. It just further removed any plastic debris that was in it. We can process more times a year due to it being able to handle higher moisture contents. Back into the compost field. Our top turn changed the way Hammond Farms produced compost. We went from turning our windrows with a wheel loader and buckets, which was about a 7-day process, to now we can turn the whole field with the top turn in 1 day. It's finding the right equipment that matches what we do here to produce the volumes that we need. Yeah, man, this is it's definitely helped us. So,
yeah, when you get your next yard, the portability, this is
right.
One of the most portable on the market.
Kevin has been around even since before I was running day-to-day operations here.
You guys are down to about 3 months now with this?
Yeah, we're 90 to 120 days depending on time of year. We actually ran a batch through this year. His general knowledge, has been a help for our whole crew here at Hammond Farms.
So it's always surprising, even though you bring in already ground material, the type of contamination you can run into.
Earlier in the relationship, we had looked at Crambos versus high-speed grinders, horizontals, or tubs, and we opted to go for a high-speed grinder at the time. It's a costly machine to run. It just had too much downtime due to contamination in the product.
You had the older high-speed grinder, which was a heavy-duty model, but you remember when we brought in the Crambo and you rented it, you had those identical pieces of lead that were 2-inch by 3-inch, 3 foot long. The one hit the high-speed grinder, and you found the twin in the metal bin of the Crambo. Just went through the machine, operator didn't know it, just ran it, and we found it in the bin when we were done. Yep. Which obviously was a big reason for the purchase of the Crambo.
It was amazing. At that point in time, we were just sold on the piece of equipment. Kevin and his team have always been there for us when we have questions, helped us with facility design, better improve our flow, and make sure that we are making the products that we strive to, good quality material. We've been Team Green for quite some time. Hammond Farms in general is customer satisfaction, quality products, producing more material, better material, everything that they've come to expect from Hammond Farms over the past 38 years. We want to make sure that everybody's happy and wants to come back and do business with us again.